Dr. Jeff Langmaid with Dr. Jason Deitch, part of your Smart Chiropractor team. And today we are going through some Facebook basics for smart tools in 10. Your vanity URL. We're going to show you exactly how to check and make sure it matches up to your practice page, the importance of doing so, a couple other items as well. We're getting back to the basics, getting practical, showing you exactly how to set things up for success. Jason, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. This is one of the classics, one of the basics, one of those first things you want to make sure you do. It is so preliminary. We've assumed you've done it, but not all of you have. So this is a great topic, a really important one, and hopefully you should see really quickly why it's so important. Jeff, I'll kick it back to you. It's the idea of just being able to easily direct people where to go to join your health tribe, where to go to wake up to a daily dose of inspiration. It needs to be easy to say and easy to remember, and should have we'll call some professional consistency with your other social media channels, your website, your URL, how you brand yourself in your community. Jeff, let's get tactical on this for right now first, so we don't get too long-winded. I don't get too long-winded into the ideas. Let's get into exactly what you need to do.
For sure. So as you kind of said at the top, this ultimately your practice Facebook page, vanity URL, it very likely should be your practice name, right? So you need to make one decision. Is this for your public, are you a public figure, or are you leading the practice, right? And you might be doing both. I know there are some docs out there that work with us that do both, but for most of you, I'm going to assume it's going to be based upon your practice name. So here's a bad Facebook vanity URL. If your practice is Langmaid Chiropractic, that would be my practice, you don't want your Facebook URL to be facebook.com/427374, hexagon, that's a bad URL, right? You ideally want it to be, what is a vanity URL? You want it to be facebook.com/insert your practice name, Langmaid Chiropractic, the Smart Chiropractor. This is something that you probably set up at the time that you built your Facebook page. But we're going to encourage you. I did it for us. We're going to encourage you to double check it. It takes 2 seconds. I'll show you exactly how right now. So I'll show you some of the exact steps. Then we'll talk a little bit more about its importance. So all you have to do is head over to your page. So I'm going to do this and show you exactly with the Smart Chiropractor what it would look like, right? So you head over to the Smart Chiropractor page. You will notice on the left-hand side a tab that says About. I am hovering over it right here. So on the left-hand side, Home, Posts, Videos, About. You want to click About. About is going to be all of your information. So here's a couple, key things. Your vanity URL, you need to look at your name, it's under General. Category, name, and username. Those are the things that you want to take a look at. That's kind of where your vanity URL, as we call it, lives. What is your username, and what's the name that you have associated with your Facebook page? And what's the category, right? If you haven't gone in and filled out all of this About section to the best of your ability, then you definitely want to do so and fill in any holes as they're applicable to your practice. You'll probably notice some things here that'll be different for us as, as a marketing, communications and strategy platform than what it'd look like in your practice. For instance, we're open 24 hours a day because you can always visit the website. You might have your actual office hours listed, but I'm going to encourage you to head over to your page, click the About button. Jason just dropped a great link down below where Facebook literally shows you this from their point of view, and enter in. Make sure that your About information is complete, because here's the big thing, Jason, is that the more that you put in here, the more that Facebook understands, the more that they're able to connect, recommend, showcase, and promote the content that you're putting out as you give them more information of who you are and what you do.
It's exactly the deal. Again, both ways, whether you're communicating it directly through a presentation, a Facebook Live, meeting someone, your procedures you should be having or starting to implement in your practice about how you're inviting people to join your health tribe. You may have signs on your whiteboards. You may hopefully have, posters and counter signs, wake up to a daily dose of inspiration, join our health tribe, facebook.com/your name here. That could be your practice name. Another common methodology is to make it match your website name. There's a commonality. In some cases, you'll have, www dot, if you're even still using that, but practicename.com. Oftentimes, a common practice is your website name will be the equivalent of your username. There's some consistency there as well. If you're unsure, you probably, hopefully, put some thought into your URL, your website name for your website. This follows a very similar philosophy and a similar methodology. But as Jeff said very clearly as well, this shows up on your search engine optimization, and it shows up in your both search on Google search and Facebook search. So it learns who you are, what you do, and how to direct the right people to your practice's Facebook page. These details matter. It's the difference in many cases between something is set up and it's set up correctly. So really essential, minor, easy thing to do. You literally could do it in less than a minute. But super important thing to make sure that you get done, because as you start your health tribe, as you start sort of leaning into understanding the authentic value of your tribe. It used to be like, oh, it's my Facebook page. I don't know. People will find me somewhere. I think my website company handles that. I get it. That's what it used to be. Now it's, wait a minute. I want to build as large of an audience as I can so that I can teach them and invite them consistently to my services, the services I recommend, the products I recommend, and so on, and build my audience so that I can continually stay engaged and they can continually learn from me. That's your long-term objective, to keep your practice rock steady during pandemic times and good times. You need to be able to stay connected to your audience, which is why you want to focus on how am I building my health tribe every single day. One of those key tools to make sure you're doing it as effectively and efficiently as possible is being able to say, hey, connect with us. Receive your daily dose of inspiration when you go to facebook.com/the Smart Chiropractor. Fill in your name there. It's just got to be easy to say, easy to go, oh, facebook.com, that's right. And they can get right there. You want to advance, set somebody up in your reception area, help them, say, hey, pull out your iPad, pull out your phone, pull out whatever you use on a regular basis. Let me show you how to do that. You can get them to like, follow, and see first. That's the next level. But first, basic, obvious, step one, do not pass go, etc. Set your username so it's easy to say, easy to remember, and you can print it. You can print it on your cards, you can print it on your boards, you can print it on your signs. It's something somebody can look at and see at. As Jeff was referring to, the 1, 2, 3, 4 and all that stuff, that is your default username. If you do not update it, it will be a bunch of mumbo jumbo, which will make it difficult, if not impossible, to print, and I think impossible to say with anybody hearing and understanding it. So kick it back to you, Jeff, to close it up.
Absolutely. One other thing to take a look at when you're on your About page, not only take a look at those general categories, name and username. That's where you're going to put in that URL, make sure it matches what you want it to be ideally. If somebody already took it, Facebook will let you know, and you got to kind of work around that. But that's ideally why you want to get on this, because every day is a day that it could go away. And underneath that, take a look at the contact info. This is where you can enter in your phone number, your practice phone number, your messenger name, your email, your website. Again, this makes it easy because Facebook has all these buttons, right? Learn more, call now, different things that we'll go through over these coming weeks, and then some of the guides we're going to release, where Facebook makes it easy to connect. They make it as easy as possible for people to connect with you, but you have to let them know where. So, make sure that you enter in your phone number, make sure you enter in a nice messenger name that makes sense for you, make sure that you have your email set up appropriately to where you want it to go, and of course the website, because as people interact with your page, as you build that engagement in that audience and your health tribe online, those are the places that when they engage, click, and interact, that is going to be where it takes them. So you want to make sure that it does not have, a door to nowhere here, right? You want to make sure that it leads them to where you'd like them to go. And the more information that you put in, as we've gone through, the more information that you give Facebook, the more that it can help integrate your page, the better you'll do in search, the better you'll do in terms of connection and recommendations with your videos, etc. So hop over there, grab your vanity URL, update that contact info. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to leave them down below. And check out that link that Jason dropped, because if you don't want to rewatch this video, which I'd encourage you to rewatch the video, but if you just want to go through step by step with Facebook's guide, you can do so on and with that article. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. For Dr. Jason, I'm Dr. Jeff. Our time's up. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to the Smart Chiropractor. We are posting videos on how you can market your chiropractic practice in a way that teach and invites consistently. We have found that is the magic formula to big time growth. So if you like this video, be sure to comment down below, smash that subscribe button, or visit us at thesmartchiropractor.com.